Guys, my name is Nairi and you will find me on the Adoption Family Life channel, and today something a little bit different. You're probably a foster carer looking to find answers as to whether you should try and adopt from foster care and how to do this. So it is a challenge, I will not lie. When we first went into foster care, we were told you're not adopters, you're foster carers, so please don't get the two things confused. And I took that very well, I thought, because I do fall in love with pretty much every child that came into us for foster care, and if I could I probably would have adopted the lot, but you can't do that, can you? So what happened for us was we had two boys that went off for adoption and that failed. They came back and then we considered whether we wanted to adopt them, but we didn't feel that we could do that without financial assistance, because we felt that long term the needs were going to be complex and the chances are we were going to have to drop hours at work, etc, etc. So it took some time for us to kind of argue the point that if we were going to adopt them, it wasn't really going to work for us to lose our fostering allowance. So the first thing for you to consider is, if you go for adoption for the children that you're fostering, are you prepared to lose the money? If the answer to that is no, then you've got to have those conversations really early with the local authority about what the chances are of you having some sort of allowance right up until the children are 18. And it might be that it can't be as much as you're having now, but there might be something there, particularly if the children have got very complex needs. And in the end, actually, it meant that I could give up work entirely, really, to be able to be fully part of the boy's life. And that was the whole reason for fighting for financial assistance. We were actually really encouraged to go for special guardianship first of all, and we really thought very long and hard about this, but we couldn't see any real advantage to us because we would lose the local authority support, but we wouldn't have the full benefits of full adoption for the boys. And we just felt like it was a halfway house and the birth family weren't involved either, and it just didn't feel the right thing for us. So again, look into SGO and make really sure that that's what you want to do if you're being encouraged to do that. Really test out what the advantages are of SGO, because to be honest, we couldn't really find many, and there wasn't any more financial advantage to us, and the boys weren't going to get full rights with us as a family. So when you're thinking about the fact that you might want to adopt these children, as a foster carer, if you're anything like I was, I felt that I did know it all. I felt that there was no difference to adopting to fostering, but it does feel really different when you adopt them. It feels very complete, and it does feel like there's a huge amount more commitment, because at the end of the day they're going to inherit along with any birth children you have, or if you don't, they're going to inherit everything that belongs to you. It's very much a family rite of passage, which you don't get when you're fostering. So examine your motivation. If you really love these children and you want to give them full commitment, what is it you need to make it work? If you need financial commitment, then you need to fight for that. If you don't need financial commitment from the local authority and you just really want to go for it, then be prepared that you're probably going to have to go through another lot of training, another lot of questions that are more intense than when you were fostering. So the training is similar to what you receive in fostering, but it's obviously from the point of view of an adopter, and sometimes you might feel like they're teaching you to suck eggs a little bit because you've probably done a lot of the training already, but it will be from the perspective of an adopter, and you will be asked extra questions on top of what you probably had before. But your Form F will stand you in good stead. You probably won't take as long to go through the adoption process. Also, it's really important that you check that your family are happy, because when you're fostering, you can pass them back, they move on, it's different. When you are adopting, if you have birth children or you have family members that you're really close to, it's so important that they're happy, because the behaviours that the children have, you're probably going to have with you for a lifetime. And I know for long-term fostering that's the same, but if you know that you've got complex children on your hands, it's a lifetime commitment, and it's a totally amazing thing to do. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to put you off. It is the best thing that my husband and I ever did. It's changed us for the better, I really feel. But it is a lifelong commitment. So you're moving into a different zone. And it's really hard to explain that until you've actually adopted them, and then you realise this huge sense of relief that they completely belong to you. So guys, hope that helps you. I'm sure that there could be other things that I could discuss in other videos, but this is just a taster of if you're a foster carer and you're thinking of adopting. So if that's helped you at all, and you think that I do deal with behaviours and trauma and stuff on this channel, even though it's mainly for adopters. So as a foster carer, you might still find some of the stuff useful. So if you think you will, then please hit the subscribe button below.